Hello everyone and welcome to Hello Goodbye, developed by Lump of Sugar and published by NekoNyanSoft, who was so gracious enough to give me a copy of this game, and I thank them very much for that. They were the publishers behind Faraba, Friend to Lover, which I absolutely adored. I thought that game was absolutely hilarious. And this game looks to kind of be a little bit more serious, maybe, at least judging from what I've seen of it. I don't know a whole lot of it. I like to go into the thing as blind as possible. So let's just start a new game. It's a work of fiction. Did you know that? All characters are over 18 years old. This has adult scenes, I'm pretty sure. I do not know if the Steam version does. Let me double check that. Hang on. I'm pretty sure it's uncensored, but you never know. Maybe there's a patch. Yeah, there's a patch. So the Steam version is censored. There's a patch on their website. I will not link it, obviously, because you know, I get in trouble sometimes for linking sites that have adult content on them, and I do apologize. But a certain politician stood boldly in front of the lectern, looking out at the vast audience before him. The venue was filled to the brim with each person listening attentively to his every word, their eyes glued. I'm listening. I got an achievement. Citizen of Morino. Alright. Maybe it's because you listen to the whole thing. Positioned throughout the crowd were the mass media recording the man with their equipment, broadcasting this event across the country. Everywhere you looked, there were cameras flashing. These photos would appear front and center on every news publication the following morning. It was only a matter of time before the entire country knew of his name. And knowing his name meant knowing his message, what he stood for. Little did the people know at this time how his words would come to shape history. Little did the man himself know. He only knew what this country, what its people meant to him. So he injected those feelings into every word that he uttered. He's very passionate person. We need people like that leading the world. And again, a new beginning follows yet another end. Ooh, we're on a train, and it's moving background. I love that. I feel a soft vibrating sensation. I wake up to find myself sitting inside a train. I must have been sleeping in a bad position because my neck and shoulders feel really sore. Boy, don't you hate that? The seat beside me is empty, so I rotate my shoulders and stretch my arms. I take a deep breath and check my surroundings. I appear to be the only person in this compartment. I can make out two other passengers inside the neighboring one, though. The train can't even be at 10% capacity. But I have this entire compartment to myself, so I can relax and make myself cozy. That's probably why I fell asleep in the first place, to be honest. Vibrations from moving vehicles are known to cause drowsiness, so it's not limited to trains. There's just something relaxing about that nice, consistent rhythm with the occasional bump. After looking out the window for some time, oopsie. Sorry, all my icons up in at once. My icons, my messages on. God dang it. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know why they all happen at one time, and it's not like it's like 8:09 at night for me. So it's like, why? All right, now that that's out of the way. After looking out the window for some time, I start to get a feel for the area we're traversing in. Huh? Where am I? What train is this? Did I get on the wrong train again? Seems a little smaller than the one I vaguely remembered getting on. The decor seems cleaner, and on the whole, it seems much fancier and newer. Wait, we got on a train, and now we're on a different train somehow? But the most obvious difference is the coloring of the walls and the advertisements. Suddenly, something pops into my head. Morino. This train is actually a monorail. A monorail that is running on the Morino monorail line. But why am I on this monorail? Why am I going to this place? Fresh questions run through my head as I rummage through the memory, trying to find the words that might tell me. Kaito? Suddenly I remember a name. My own. Right, I'm Toubu Kaito. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Toubu Kaito is a name I will be assuming from now on. That memory was the trigger, and then everything else came flooding in, and now I remember why I'm in this situation. The train I'm on is in fact the Morino monorail line. And its destination is also, well, Morino. Inside my pocket is a brand new wallet. I take it out and open it. Inside are an EC card, a credit card, and an insurance card, and a driver's license. All of these are needed if I'm to become Toubu Kaito. Gotta have some sort of, proof, right? Some sort of forged document. My memory confirms for me. Nothing is missing. And I can't forget these. I take out a handful of documents from the bag I have with me. Oh, boy. I don't know about her hair, but alright. On one document, I see a picture with the name Toubu Kaito printed on its right. First in the picture is obviously myself, looking as handsome as ever. I look at the train window and see that very same face reflected. Toubu Kaito. Toubu Kaito. Toubu Kaito. I repeat the name aloud over and over. It helps with memory. Seriously, if you remember something, repeat it over and over and over. It'll help you remember it. I read that somewhere. This will help me memorize the pronunciation and get used to seeing it written. Toubu Kaito. That's who I am. I try to mentally link the name with myself so I don't make any mistakes. But it'll still be a while before I'm truly comfortable with it. If someone calls me that name, I have to respond without hesitation. I have to make the connection that they're talking about me instantly. It's crucial that I become accustomed to this, since after all I took on this name for a reason. I belong to the military of the United Provinces of Japan. Oh wait, can I click on this? I can't. Look at that. Oh wow. Always learning. Yeah, I got an achievement. Oh, okay, I'm not reading all that. You can read that if you want. Pause the video. But security department. So it's probably, just like the CIA, equivalent in Japan, most likely. Okay, fair enough. I'm a member of their elite unit. You want me to go on a reconnaissance mission to Morino and assume the name Toubu Kaito, is that correct, sir? I make sure to keep my back straight and speak clearly to my superior as I examine the documents he gave me. The man in front of me was the chief of the security department and also the elite unit's commander. Mission briefing. Dude. Look at that guy. The name Page caught me off guard, and I thought he was talking to someone else for a brief second, but I quickly remembered. Page is my nickname, my military nickname to be accurate. Only a select number of close acquaintances call me by it. The name came from the Page card and the Minor Arcana. The first time I had been called that name was during one of our military training sessions. There had been a push to take on the so-called tech names Air Force pilots used, and have the regular Army use them as well. They were primarily used during our training. So the name they decided for me was Page, from the tarot. Page, because the page was a servant of the king. That nickname was given to me with nothing but sarcasm intended. And I could hear that same sarcasm in the way my chief spoke that name to me seconds ago. had to admit, though, it was a pretty fitting name. Considering how my old man controlled me and used me like he was my king. This game is like serious. Like, I did not expect that when I got this game. I'm like, oh man, this is like a serious game. Like, just ain't playing around. The chief sat down in his chair while keeping his eyes on me. Man, this soundtrack is straight banging, let me tell you. His office was cluttered everywhere he looked. And the way his diplomas, medals, and decorations were displayed made it seem like he was intentionally trying to brag. The previous person in his position, on the other hand, was much more discreet and private about those things. The change in office appearance was more than telling of the change in its occupant. Fair enough. Yes, sir. I didn't react physically to his words, which I perceived to be meant jokingly. I shifted my eyes from the documents and met his gaze. Kid. Toubu Kaito. I like the sound of that name much more than Page. I wonder what her mission is. He ignored the speck of sarcasm in my words and then saluted and left the room, documents in hand. Ooh. The guy's got a huge cigar. And that was essentially the story of how I ended up with this mission, and now back to present time. I'm currently on my way there. All that's left to do is successfully enter and become Toubu Kaito. Let me guess, I have to infiltrate the local high school. As I hear the announcement that we've arrived at the destination, I quickly put the documents away. I finish my obnoxiously lengthy conversation with the immigration officers and exit the station. An unfamiliar city stretches all around me. Yet oddly enough, I felt like I've seen this place before. Morino, more formally known as Special District Morino, this is the one single demilitarized zone throughout the entirety of the Japanese island. Wow. That's enough to make the city famous on its own, but on top of that, Morino also makes mainstream news at least once per week. It's a relatively small city with a population of only 160,000, bigger than my city. But its special position as a single DMZ means there's no shortage of people who visit for political and economic purposes. Both people inside Japan and across the world. The view I have of the city from the station here is one I've seen on the news countless times. But it's a whole different experience seeing with your own two eyes. I look around and take out a map and check where my destination is. It's hard to miss on the map Academy Island, the island on which Tenshudo Academy is built. Even without the map, you would have to be blind to get lost trying to get there. Now comes the question of how to get there. The car inspection due to the automobile restrictions in the city could make a taxi trip pretty costly. I guess I'll just walk to the bridge and decide when I get there. It wasn't a straight shot to the road leading to the bridge, but since I could see it from where I was at the station, I managed to get there without asking for help. They call this bridge the Great Tenshudo Bridge. It connects the mainland with the island, which lies at approximately 1 kilometer from the coast. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? The options. I always like to check the option menu. You can turn the game animations on or off. System animations too. Resolution, I have it windowed, helps with recording so I can see the background tasks and stuff like that. Glossary, you can check the glossary, all this stuff here. So, you know, it's got some glossary for all the stuff in game. I don't know if this is like a real place or not. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Playtime in the bottom, that's kind of nice. Okay, well, let's go back. You might think it's a bit too big of a bridge to be built just for the Academy, and you'd be right. It serves other purposes too. Morino has 3 harbors, and one of those is located on Academy Island. The harbor is open to the public, and additionally, private boats and ships are allowed to anchor there. So the place sees quite a lot of use. The bridge is basically seen as the link between the mainland and the harbor. Pretty long bridge though, man. I probably should have realized how exhausting it would be to cross this thing on foot. The students of the Academy somehow make this walk on a daily basis. After crossing the bridge, I make my way to my destination. For most people, Academy Island is the landmark of Special District Morino. Academy Island, on that note, is only its colloquial name. The real official name of the island is It's Morino Island, okay? They're not very, unique here. They're not very creative. It's okay. It being home to the renowned Tenshudo Academy just gradually, over time, let people call it Academy Island. This school has a long, rich history to its name. It started out as a private school built near the end of Tokugawa era by Christian church located on the island. The name Tenshudo Academy, however, didn't come until around a century ago during the Civil War that split Japan into two. And ever since that day, the school has been a witness to the drastic changes this country has undergone in those 100 years, from its home here in Morino. The fact that people recognize the school enough to call the island Academy Island should tell one how esteemed and respected it is. Okay, now time to find the faculty room. We need to go there first to complete the remaining transfer procedures. After finishing those, it didn't take long, I leave the room accompanied by a teacher. This was also incidentally her last bit of work for the day. So I just need to get it from the ward office tomorrow and bring it back to you, correct? Ooh. She's pretty. You also like a nun. I mean, she's no Sister Mishima, She's always the golden standard for nuns in games, so she's got a lot to live up to. I know, I just want to finish the formalities as soon as possible. Okay, I'll do that. And once again, thank you for helping me with this, Sister Therese. Oh, do you mind if I just call you Sister? She's my homeroom teacher, and apparently everyone just calls her Sister, so I might as well do the same. Alright. Also, I was wondering, your name is Therese, so... yes. My apologies. That was a bit of a weird question. Anyway, sister, it was nice meeting you, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon. Everyone says that. She seems nice. My parents both work, so I've already learned how to cook. I should be able to hold up fine without any issues. Oh, very nice. I'll be sure to take advantage of that. Seems like a great boon for the students here. It's a long story. She seems happy that I'll be able to figure things out mostly on my own, or at least that's how I'd like to interpret her smile. The background they created for Toubu Kaito that's in my document says that I frequently change schools and have lived in multiple different cities. Hence, this is supposed to be nothing new for me, so I kind of have to play the part. I'm originally from the Commonwealth, but I've also lived in UPG for a period of time. You don't know the half of it. I won't deny it. I enjoy being able to experience so many places, but I also just kind of want to settle down somewhere and not move anymore. Yes, I plan to do that. Toubu Kaito is from up north in the Commonwealth of Japan and had to move frequently throughout his life because of his parents' jobs. He enrolled in Tenshudo Academy to earn a degree while living apart from his parents. Since both of his parents work, he was sort of used to living alone, and so the school accepted him under the reason that this would be an appropriate environment for him to further his education. And that was essentially the short version of what Toubu Kaito's life. He lived in the UPJ for some of his life, transferred schools a lot, etc., etc., It's all we might call made-up bullshit. Luckily, I've already internalized the majority of it, so I managed to talk convincingly about myself with Sister Therese. But that doesn't mean I'm 100% confident I won't mess up. Pretty exhausting to assume a false identity like this. It might take time, but yeah, I have to get more used to it. The school dorms are on the mainland, so I need to cross over the bridge again. My room is ready, my luggage should be there too. I have time to kill, but I should probably get there before it gets dark, just in case any unexpected complications arise. Put all of that aside. The view of the mainland marina from across the sea is seriously beautiful. It's breathtaking. And I can only imagine how much more beautiful it'll be come nighttime with all of the city lights. So, this is the famous demilitarized zone. God only knows how this view has changed over the 100 years since the Civil War. The island population grew through the reclaiming of the land, and then the bridge was built not long after. The city's area has grown as well. We even have houses built on the sloped areas. I heard that apparently the area around the monorail was uninhabited land until not too long ago. The residential area starts there and stretches until the base of the mountain. On the peak of the mountain, there's a park. A park, huh? It would probably be interesting to look at Marino from there. I'd probably get an entirely different view of the city. But crossing the bridge, I got on the tram and rode to the stop nearest the park. The tram is incredibly useful to the people here in Marino. You can get anywhere you want using it. But naturally, it can't take you to the top of the mountain. But now that I'm off the train, I walk onward to the park. The number of people I see dwindles the further I climb until eventually I'm the only one. I finally reach it, only to find nobody's there. No wonder. This park may be pretty, but that climb is just ugh. The sun was still bright when I was on Academy Island, but it's already gotten late to the point where it's starting to disappear behind the mountains. The breeze coming from the ocean is chilly and unexpectedly strong. But still, I have to say, the evening glow of the sun really makes this park look amazing. The shadow of the monument, dyed red by the sun, stretches out almost like a sundial, reminding me of the fleetingness of the spectacle. I wonder what place will give me the best view of the town. If only someone were around, then I could ask them, but it looks like I'll have to find it on my own. I stroll through the park until I see what seems to be a fitting place. I find someone looking wistfully over the edge. No? Okay. I was kind of hoping. I can see most of the city from here. I'm on a hillside full of absolutely gorgeous wildflowers. I almost wonder if these flowers are actually wild. They look tamed to me. They're almost too beautiful for that to be the case. It could just be the work of some dedicated gardener. Phew. This is amazing. Talk about a breathtaking view. The crimson glimmer on the ocean's surface, the shadow of the trees and the buildings, and the mountain ranges. It's all just so picturesque, it almost seems surreal. But this scenery wasn't created by any sort of regulations or ordinances from government officials. Marino has always existed as itself and maintained its identity through the course of history. The city's alive and flourishing, and that's what this view symbolizes. Oh, there's someone here. I instinctively turn in the direction I perceive the voice coming from, after which I see a lone girl standing there amidst the wide array of flowers. My earlier observation was wrong. The park wasn't empty. This girl seems to be the one who tends to these flowers. As for why, I think that it would be the watering can she has in her hand. I was just about to say something. But honestly, beyond that, her attire seems a bit ill-fitted for garden work. I'm not sure if I should say something to her, but for some reason I can't take my eyes off of her. I mean, I know I have to say something to make things less awkward, but I can't seem to find the right words. Maybe I'll try the left words. The words I said a minute or so ago are playing in my mind on an endless loop. Breathtaking. Of course, the girl doesn't catch on to my embarrassment and simply returns me a pleasant smile. She washes her hands with the water in the watering can, then dries them with the towel and walks over to me. Aw, look at that, she's pretty. She looks like a Chihio. Still with a smile on her face, she bows lightly and greets me. We're the only two people here, so I know she can't be talking to anyone else. Hello? Girl. Her name's just... My name's Girl. What's her name? I think it's gonna start with an M. Start like a Miku or something, right? It's like it's gonna start with an M. No, that's not. She gave me a puzzled look, all while still maintaining that smile. She's not smiling. I was just wondering, do you know me? I mean, wait, of course you don't. How could you just call me mister? She claps her hands. Well, give partial credit for that one, alright? Oh, no, you didn't do anything wrong. It's nice to meet you. I extend my hand. She sees my hand and smiles again. You playing well. When meeting someone for the first time, it's proper etiquette to shake hands. She goes and shakes my hand. Even though she just washed her hand, feels warm. What's the deal with that? She asked me with that soft, innocent smile of hers, which only increases my embarrassment. I have no intentions of resisting that smile. My name is Toubu Kaito. I give her my fake name, of course.
Toubu Kaito. Kaito-san?
Oh man, that makes me want to play Persona 5. Nope, I'm no thief. Toubu Kaito's my name, at least it will be during my stay here. It still hurts. Like yours. Oops, probably shouldn't have mentioned that. The girl points out the obviousness of my blunder, and all at once I begin to panic. Oh, that's just, I have to call myself Toubu Kaito while I'm here for certain personal reasons. I have to call myself that? You know, our cover's going to be blown really quickly. And now I was only further tacking on while I was digging my grave even deeper. I know that I'm not in my right mind now. If I was, I wouldn't have let something slip so important. But then she says something I absolutely did not see coming. Oh god. Personnel reasons? Yeah, sure. Personal reasons. The pronunciation was a little off there. I like how it shows you the soundtrack that's playing in the top right. That's really nice. I nod so she understands. I had to. I regret wholeheartedly blurting that out. God damn it. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody can know. How can I be so careless? As much as I felt bad about lying to this poor girl, the truth is not something that I could tell her. Why am I freaking out so much right now? Just calm down. Take deep breaths. Thank God. Thanks for your cooperation. Oh, and I guess I forgot to say it, but it's nice to meet you, Yukishiro-me. Can I just call her Yuki? Yuki-me? Call her Yuki. I can tell that she took my words at face value, both in how bright that smile of hers is and how genuinely she shook my hand. She seems to trust me completely, to such an extent that I'm worried about someone being so innocently naive. I've been in Morino before, but this is my first time in the park. I had a bit of free time and I just kind of decided to check this place out. It's stunningly beautiful, like you. The view is bested only by your beauty, my fair lady. She and I have just met, but yet we both share the same impressions of this view. Both the city and the girl shining under the crimson sun appear so beautiful to me. But in this moment I see neither the blooming flowers nor the panorama of the city. The only thing in my eyes seems to be this girl, and her alone. Something I asked that, noticing that she's staring at me too. Aww. That's gonna turn us red. Her words throw me off guard, and I struggle to find the right way to respond. Really? That's all I can manage to say, but despite the embarrassment, I can't take my eyes off of her. Oh wow. I don't want to make the situation any worse for me than it already is, so I keep my mouth shut. Well, we almost blew our cover. Luckily, the girl was too dumb enough to kind of catch on. After we finished watching the sunset, May and I left the park. Her name is May. That is her first name. See, I was right. She looks like a... The name starts with an M. I was never going to guess May, but... Coincidentally enough, she seemed to be a student at Tenshudo Academy herself. We're also in the same grade level at that. The school uniform she's wearing tells me all of this. I know you don't live out of this way, but you're still coming with me. I really appreciate it.
気にしないでください。私、寮の場所は知ってますから。
Of course, I already know where the dorms are myself. But I figure I might as well let her take me there. Since we're going to be classmates, this might be a good opportunity to get to know her. This one's got lyrics. Initially, I was planning to just casually ask some things about the school while she gave me directions. I never expected her to actually accompany me all the way there. She seems like a very generous, kind-hearted person. But I really have to wonder if she was never taught not to follow strangers.
知らない人についていかないように言われているんですけど、カイト君はもう知り合いですから大丈夫です。
Of course, I don't bite hard. Thankfully, it looks like someone did teach her that. But isn't it a little late to be out?
心配してくれてます。だから連絡入れておきました。
Alrighty, fair enough. She shows me the display of her cell phone. I'll be home later. I'll walk Kaito-kun to the boys' dorm. Okay, that's nice of her. To her uncle. Oh, you sure did. No problem then.
ですね。
Is everything really alright? Is her guardian seriously gonna look at this and not think, who the hell is this Kaito person? Who knows? Maybe he's naive in a similar way to me. Perhaps Special District Morino is just a low-crime area. Should I interpret this to mean that? We walk a few minutes from the tram stop, not shop, and reach our destination, the place where I'll be staying, the boys' dorm.
カイト君のお家は今日からここになるのですね。
I checked the address on the dorm, and sure enough, this is the place. The dorm is called Maison Tenshinro. God, boy, that was threw me for a loop there. It's one of several dormitories for male students of Tenshudo Academy. Tenshinro, interesting
天
name.
津楼は有名なんですよ。
Is it? I think that was the name of the private school opened by the old scholar of Dutch studies, Ginpaku Sugita. City Morino was a central place for the development of medicine in the Bakumatsu era. That's probably why they named it after someone from that time period. Makes sense. It's the kind of name that sounds fitting for a boys' dorm.
みんなの荷物置き場に使われる寮と聞いています。
Well, thanks for warning me. I'll watch out for that. The dorm seems to be a rather dangerous location.
それじゃあ私は帰ります。また学院で。東部カイト君。
I like this girl. She seems sweet. Is the girls' dormitory you live in nearby?
いいえ、あっちの方です。
Is that the park she's pointing towards? From what I know, the girls' dorms are on Academy Island itself. But she's pointing in the completely opposite direction. Well, once again, thank you for coming with me. I really appreciate it.
どういたしまして。
She's so nice. Want me to walk you back to your place? It can be pretty dangerous walking alone at night.
いいえ、お家にようやく着いたんですし、旅の疲れを癒してください。
Yeah, thanks. I already figured she'd say no. I assume she isn't the type that wants to be others to be considered on her behalf. I only just met her, but my first impressions gave me that assumption. And that's the thing, though. We met not even an hour ago, so I still feel like I wanted to talk to her more. Could we maybe meet again tomorrow, May? I have to go to the ward office and was hoping maybe you could show me how to get there. Would that be okay? I was a little nervous to ask that, and that's probably why I spoke so quickly.
いいですよ。明日、友達と会う約束をしているので、それまでに。あ、そうですね。スーちゃんを紹介しましょう。
Who's that?
私の友達です。明日、
Alright.
カイト君に紹介します。
I'm down for that. Fine by me, but just so you know, you don't have to help me if you already have plans. I mean, I don't want to force you or anything.
早乙女すぐりさんと言います。とってもいい子です。スーちゃんならカイト君とすぐに
Oh, I
仲
can't
良く
wait
な
to
れま
meet
す。
her. Sounds great. I'll be looking forward to meeting her tomorrow. Looks like I picked the right person to make friends with. I should really do a lot for my life here. Before May leaves, we make sure to set up where to meet tomorrow.
ではまた明日です。
Hasta mañana. See ya.
おやすみなさい。
After saying goodbye, I stand there and watch May walk off with a smile on my face. Right as she's about to disappear around a curve, she turns back and waves to me. I wave back. As soon as May leaves my field of vision, my smile drops. Quite a good start to things, I'd say. If I can get on good terms with someone like her, I should be able to have a decent school life. Alright. I survey the dorm surroundings, then enter. Do a quick inspection of my room to ensure that there aren't explosives or wiretap devices inside. Then I see what appliances I've been given, and if my gas, electricity, and water all work. Everything seems to be good. After that, I sit down, relax, and look through the documents verifying my identity. All documents and items necessary to prove myself as Toubu Kaito are present. Now the only thing to do is live the life of Toubu Kaito and make him into a real person. I lose my time reading through all the documents before realizing it's now time for my periodic status report. I use a mobile device equipped with cutting-edge encryption technology and contact HQ. Someone answered the damn phone. Oh, I have to hit the button. Hello? Is that what they said? I sincerely hope I didn't actually make a normal call instead of starting the encrypted communication. The device seems to indicate that I did make the correct call, though. Ah, yes, this is Toubu Kaito. I was told to get in contact with you. I can hear typing on the keyboard for a while. Man, what do I do if there's suddenly that music that gets played when you're on hold? Yes, I'm here. That's correct, ma'am. No, ma'am, I have everything I need. Huh? Well, I thought I was supposed to... Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. I guess she really only is a metal woman. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. Even though my voice is firm, my mind is in disarray. I was just about to say something confidential. Yes, ma'am, I'll wait patiently. She immediately hangs up. She almost seemed like a worker drone with how robotic and rule-focused she was. I sure hope luck is on my side. Waiting for further instructions means essentially being on constant standby. And pretty much the only instruction I got was to go to school and live the life of a student. What exactly are they hoping to achieve by having me here? I mean, what do they want me to do here in Special District Morino? I mean, what'll happen from here on out is anyone's guess. Situation I'm more than used to being in. Brings back memories of my army days. You having a flashback? Living a life where you don't even know what the next day will hold. That was once me. Back when I was in the military basic training academy and I had no freedom over my life. They worked us like dogs and expected us to keep up with the rigorous training without voicing a complaint. They hammered the knowledge required to be soldiers into both our bodies and minds day in and day out. I went about my time there not even understanding the point of this knowledge, just as I don't understand how I ended up in such a place. Or better put, my brain couldn't even comprehend it. Those days of pain and anger persisted for a while. I was treated essentially like an animal. Whatever parts of myself that weren't strong enough to live as one, I tried to kill off. I hadn't even had the time to lament or cry at my misfortune. I could only steel my body and mind to overcome the grueling hardships I endured on a daily basis. I was neither content nor dissatisfied. I simply existed and lived for the present, not caring for the future. That was the kind of life I had back then, so I'm used to uncertainties about the future. Even if I didn't know what might become the next day, I'll continue on with my mission. Staying alert at all times and keeping away from those uncertain feelings so I can always react accordingly if something does happen. I just have to pretend to live a normal life, essentially. And the city of Morino is more than adequate for that. At least it'll shape up to be a much more pleasant time than my time in basic. The only problem being, I still don't know how long this mission will last. A few weeks, or maybe even months. Hell yeah, I doubt it'll end up being a few days, considering how lengthy the preparations were. Maybe I'll even end up staying a year plus, who knows. The following day, I wake up at 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning, that's amateur hour. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day to get my day going. Just kidding, it's fine. I wake up at 8 in the morning and prepare to head out. She is kind girl. It's a theme song. I put on my shoes, open the door in the drab entrance area, and see May standing right in front of me. May will soon be here, actually, just 7 days away. Wait, maybe 8. How many days are in April? 30 days. 30 days in April. Pretty sure, right? Let me check the calendar. God. Yeah. Yeah, 30 days. That's what I thought. Got here pretty early, huh? May and I decided yesterday upon meeting in front of my dorm building. No, it is. I was just surprised. I mean, it looks like you've been standing here for a while. Really? I don't buy it. You sure don't seem like it. Oh, really? Nah, I think it's just how you're always so calm and composed. When I look at her, I see someone who's friendly and amicable, and I imagine the person she knows thinks the same. Really? Why? That's true. I mean, our hearts don't stop beating until we die. She probably doesn't really mean it, but still. It could just really be that she doesn't show it on her face. Are you still gonna be able to guide me alright? You sound like you're pretty restless. Alright. Can imagine that. After all, I have a pretty important task here myself. I wonder if I'd even be able to live here as a student if I didn't have to fulfill my mission. Me too, so have you calmed down any? Alright, once again, thanks for doing this for me, May. The motions mean the direction of the tram. I already know where it is, but I keep that secret and follow her. She might actually be pretty nervous. Oh, I hear phone ringing, is it me? Oh, that's not mine, that's hers. No, not really. Sure, but are you gonna answer your phone? She's adorable, isn't she? I wanna play until we meet Sue. She starts talking on her phone. Oh, that was me. Maybe she's too focused on her conversation with me. Wait, is she actually nervous about this? Change of plans. I mean, I thought that's where we were going. I don't mind if something happened. Practice finished earlier, man. Talking about getting up early. Ah, so she was waiting on her to finish. That's perfect, we can head over there right now. I don't know any of the characters in this game, by the way. So, all these characters will be a surprise. Guess we better get going then. We don't want to make your way too long. We start crossing the bridge and make our way to Academy Island. If we had a car, it would have been just a stone's throw away, but since we don't, we have to walk. If only we actually had things to talk about along the way. Do you always cross the bridge by foot, May? Sometimes I cross it by
森の
meter.
綺麗ですよね。
Depends on how I'm feeling. She smiles at me and I immediately agree. Yeah, it sure is. I guess not even the natives get tired of this view. I mean, how could you, right?
私、森の区民じゃないですよ。
She's like
世界は合
us.
衆国です。
What if she's on a mission too? Oh, really?
はい。でも、よく森野の人と間違われます。
What is our... It's weird that we were not told what our mission is. We were just told to go here, wait for orders. Like, we don't really know what we're doing here. Probably because you seem so well integrated is all.
だと嬉しいです。
She must have taken it as a compliment. She has a very pleased smile on her face. Well, I guess that makes you something like my mentor as a transfer student, I mean.
それじゃあ、カイト君は後輩なんですね。
Yep.
ふつつかな先輩ですが、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
You're putting yourself down too much.
それはすみません。
You gotta be more confident. A mentor can't let people see their weak sides.
なるほど。では、カイト君、私は孫うことなきふつつかな先輩ですが、よろしく。
I think you misunderstood me. I didn't mean say it with more confidence. Yakashiro Mei. Still getting to know her, but I can tell just how naive and gullible of a person she really is. I feel like Sue might actually be kind of maybe mean to us. Not mean, but like maybe she won't accept us at first. Reach the end of the bridge, walk through the school entrance, and see a girl standing there. I have absolutely nothing to base that on, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. Ah, she's a cute. She's wearing the same outfit as May, the Tenshudo Academy uniform. Makes sense, this is Tenshudo Academy. When she notices May, she waves. But if that wasn't enough, she's even jumping up and down. I was almost getting a glimpse of her underwear. She seems a little innocent and naive too, but in a different way than May. Is this Sue-chan?
そうです。スーちゃんです。
Hi there. May's friend seems astonished. She's staring at me. But why? Do I look funny? Do I look like a clown? Am I here for your amusement?
スーちゃん、紹介しますね。こちらが東部カイトくん。昨日引っ越ししてきたって話はさっきしたと思います。明日から転入だそうです。カイトくん、こちらが友達の早乙女すぐりちゃんです。ニックネームはスーちゃん。
She promptly introduces us to each other. It seems somewhat natural for her. Maybe she has introductions often. I'm Toubu Kaito. Nice to meet you, Satomi Suguri.
なんであなたが
What?
今頃になって。
Hello, you know who I am? What? Wait, what? Okay, I did not plan for this. She suddenly burst into tears to Satomi Suguri, a girl I literally just met seconds ago, is now bawling in front of me. Tears well up in her eyes and roll down her cheeks. They just keep coming and coming. This girl's putting on quite the show. Luckily, there's no one else around. Hey, what's going on? Tell me, why are you crying? Are you okay? Stomach ache, headache, your arms hurt? Are you really alright? Should I call the medic? I mean, an ambulance? She's like, I'm so happy you're back. What, you're not hurt? Then what's wrong? Why are you crying? May, help me. Why is the girl crying?
わかりません。一体ど
Oh, okay, that's just the way she is. Some people just cry randomly and she's one. Nothing we can do. Instantly after saying that, I realized the stupidity of it. Something like that is entirely impossible.
違います。スーちゃんは普段は。スーちゃん、どうしたの？
The moment her gaze goes from May to me, the tears dams burst again. This naturally leads to May to look over at me as well. It's not my fault. At least I don't think so. I haven't done anything.
カイト君は何もしていませんけど、カイト君が原因ではないかと。
Really? But how? I literally just met her. I look over this Satomi Suguri once more, but I swear I really don't know her. I swear it's not mine. It's been a long time since I was last in the sun anyways.
さすがに。
Maybe she knows us from back then? Southern girl reacts to that. Yeah?
それじゃあなたはモリノにいたのね。
Technically, it wasn't for very long though.
よかった。本当によかった。また会えるなんて思ってもなかった。
I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. You said again? The girl, after she finally stopped crying, looks at me. She wears her emotions on her face. It was the same just a few moments ago when she was shedding tears. This girl, Satomi Suguri. She said she thought she'd never see me again and smiled. The warm smile.
ごめんね。泣いちゃった。いきなり泣かれて困
Yeah,
っ
just
ちゃ
a
ったよ
little
ね。
bit. You could say that.
ごめん、本当にごめん。ごめんなさい。
No, it's all good. I was just surprised since it happened so suddenly. I openly admit to it. Her crying really freaked me out, so there should be no harm in saying so.
それは私のセリフだよ。
What do you mean? I think it was mainly awkward for me.
その後、突然だからびっくりしたって方。それは私のセリフだよ。
I think we were both equally surprised, so she's telling me the truth. She does apparently know Toubu Kaito. That's weird though. I wasn't told there was anyone who had this name. Maybe my superiors knew and just essentially kept it from me? Well, it's certainly possible, but why something as essential as who the person I'm supposed to become? Oh, who knows? Maybe Toubu Kaito isn't just some fictitious creation, but a real person? And the backstory of the gaming was in fact that of the real Toubu Kaito? Yeah, that's a little far-fetched. He wouldn't send me all the way to Morino and not tell me something that important.
私、また会えるなんて思ってもいなかった。あのまま終わりだって覚悟したんだから。
I guess there's a deep intimacy and affection in that gaze of hers. You might even call it love. Toubu Kaito was no doubt someone extremely important to her. Was he her brother? A cousin? A childhood friend, maybe? Or maybe he was even her boyfriend. Well, sorry about that. Didn't mean that to pop up. How long was their time together, and when did they say their goodbyes? Suguri's reaction makes me think he wasn't someone she got to see often. But wait, since I'm not actually Toubu Kaito, I should look different than the supposed man she knows. The fact she mistook me for him makes me believe maybe they know each other during childhood. I mean, could that be the case? They were childhood playmates that became estranged. If that's true, then I might just be able to fool her. We were in the same boat, Suguri. I was so surprised when I saw your face. The crying part was surprising, sure, but when I stop and think about it, even more so is the fact that she knows a Toubu Kaito. I'll make sure to give HQ, however, this is next time I contact them. Why the hell would they not tell me this? When it comes to technical espionage operations, every single bit of information can prove crucial, no matter how small. Especially so for me right now, since this is a solo mission. God damn it. How am I going to weasel myself out of this? How indeed? You're just going to have to find out if you buy the game. Hello Goodbye is on sale right now on Steam. Currently on sale. It's like $30 on sale. Normally like $34.95, I think, something like that. So it's not too pricey. So this game looks really awesome, and I'm really excited. I like the spy angle, I like the espionage stuff. That's always a really cool angle. I like that. I like to see more of that in visual novels. But this is Hello Goodbye, which I must also say to you, goodbye. And have a good day, everybody. Be prepared for Friday. There's going to be a very spicy quick look coming that I'm sure a lot of you will enjoy. And with that said, this will be the end of the video. And if you like the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more visual novel goodness. And have a good evening.